So within here could be the secrets that revolutionize sporting performance.
I would say within here, there are the secrets that will revolutionize sports performance athletics.
Here's Tim Samuels with more in Colorado.
For someone like me, running 2 miles is a major achievement. But for this guy, it's barely a warm-up. What do elite athletes like him have that us mere mortals don't? If anyone would know, it's Kyle Pietari, one of the top ultra-marathon runners in the world. Kyle consistently ranks in the top 6 performers of every ultra-marathon he runs. Like the Western States 100, what some call the Super Bowl of endurance races. But for Kyle, the secret to finishing the world's hardest races might not be found in his muscles or in his lungs. According to recent groundbreaking research, it could be found inside his guts.
In ultra running, the gut is one of the most important body parts. You know, people might think that it's your legs or your core muscles, but the gut has a bigger impact on race day than any other body part.
In our guts is an ecosystem of billions of good and bad bacteria, part of what's called the microbiome. And research shows in elite ultramarathoners, their good bacteria, better known as probiotics, is hyper-efficient and breaks down carbs into raw energy much faster than non-athletes. Experts believe Kyle's microbiome is so extraordinary, they've asked him to take part in a radical research project.
There's this really amazing study going on about the microbiome and athletic performance. And I was chomping at the bit to feel like I could be on the cutting edge of this new field that's emerging.
But this study is remarkable in more ways than one. To participate, Kyle had to send a sample of his gut bacteria by providing some of his, well, poop.
There we go. Thank you.
To this guy.
This is the Wyss Institute for Biologically Inspired Engineering.
While working as a fellow at Harvard, Dr. Jonathan Scheiman collected fecal samples from some of the most elite athletes in the world.
So this is a freezer full of poop at minus 80 degrees Celsius.
Well, I mean, if you're going to store something, you got to store it right. But you got to keep in mind, you can't just think like fecal samples. You got to think, wow, there's just like millions of microorganisms that have potentially beneficial sort of properties in them.
So within here could be the secrets that revolutionize sporting performance.
I would say within here, there are the secrets that will revolutionize sports performance athletics.
Scheiman used this machine to recreate the environment of the human gut in order to culture, isolate and purify the high-performance probiotics.
How much of this theory have you managed to put to the test yet?
We've already started feeding some of them to mice to make sure that they're safe, check for stability, viability, transit time. We've already done that. And now we're starting moving towards, maybe testing functional aspects of them as well.
And for him, a former college basketball player, this isn't just merely academic pursuit. He's hoping to tap into the $40 billion probiotic market by creating, basically, a supercharged poop-derived supplement that he believes could increase speed and endurance, not just for athletes, but for average people looking to step up their game.
The great thing about probiotics is the diversity of delivery options. So food, beverage, and supplements. It could be in a yogurt, it could be in a kombucha tea, it could be in a probiotic capsule or a pill, and that's just a start.
Scheiman hopes his products will start to hit the shelves in late 2019. Some will need FDA approval, so may take longer. Athletes who've participated so far have been offered shares in the company he's formed, FitBiomics. And now we need to ask ourselves, are we ready to take a product we know is derived from another person's super poop just to be better at sports and a tad healthier? Maybe we are, since now we know that the road to glory runs through the guts.